My dignity comes first, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man can't outpay. Do you know what I've got slave blood. Like I got real. It's like you man don't understand. Like I've got. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I went Grenada and put my ear to the sound. I get. Like you know what I'm saying?
I'm keeping all this in, you know.
Man don't understand.
I'm keeping all this in.
Man don't understand, bro.
I'm keeping. You know, I'm gonna keep all of this in, yeah. And I'm saying, you man, if you guys want to see more content like this, become a member. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna put content like this out separately.
100%. OnlyFacts Sports Podcast, episode 43. You already know what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? We're here. Big weekend of boxing. You know what I'm saying we went to the Copper Box live with Rants and Bants.
Shout out to
Rants as well for the tickets and for the hookup. And we've got some congratulations in order. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations, first of all, to Shakur Stevenson, making it into some people's top 5 pound for pound.
Becoming a 4-weight world champion. 2-time Ring Magazine champion.
Yep.
Big accomplishments, bro.
And I think Shane has an apology for someone.
No, I don't have an apology.
Why not?
You know, in fact, I don't mind apologizing. I thought Josh Kelly was going to lose, and he won. So, firstly, it's a congratulations.
Congratulations to Josh Kelly, massively.
You're one of the few fighters who actually won their belt in the ring.
Yes.
You beat a legitimate champion.
Yep.
You know, we got a few world champions.
They both did, Shakur and Josh Kelly.
No, but I'm talking about British fighters.
Yeah.
Like Fabio Wardley, Crocker, Dickinson. These guys just won their belt vacant.
Yeah.
You actually beat the champion, and in some people's eyes, the boogeyman of the division. And you beat him, so congratulations.
Yeah, you know? and both I and Shane thought that Josh Kelly stood basically zero chance.
Close to no chance.
Let me introduce the show. I know we've probably been running for a minute or two already, but OnlyFacts Sports Podcast. If you're new here, we cover football, we cover boxing, we cover a bunch of topics and a bunch of sports, mostly football and boxing, but anything that other people won't talk about in the world of sport, we are going to talk about it. Am I going to sneeze? No, I'm not. Today we're going to talk about Shakur, Josh Kelly, Nick Ball's fighting on the weekend. We're going to be live for that. Chisora versus Wilder. Opetaia, and what the fuck is he doing with his career?
You don't normally do that. You don't normally introduce what we're talking about.
I'm trying to keep people to stay for longer. If there are things in the title that maybe don't come until later, I'm kind of trying something new.
I hear you.
Do you know what I'm saying? So we're going to be talking about all these things. Obviously, we're going to be talking about
Opetaia fans, stay in here. Cause
Opetaia,
there's going to be an all-time cooking, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even know. There's this... Bro, I'm as I said to Nick a couple of weeks ago, we're going to start... I'm going to start a segment on my own. Nick can jump in if he wants. But the segment's called Pass the Dutchie, bro. And it ain't going to start this week. But if Opetaia fight becomes announced, that's going to be the first week.
The fact that... should we just go to Opetaia now? Because we started on this.
No, because I want these Opetaia fans to wait.
Okay.
You guys got to wait.
Okay, fine. So we go back to Josh Kelly. Not only did Josh Kelly win the belt and he won it in the ring, he won it in a fight that I personally and Shane personally gave him pretty much no chance. He came off the canvas to win as well. We felt like only once that was recorded, I think.
Yeah.
We felt like once the power landed, that was pretty much going to be it. Not only did you set up a game plan with Adam Booth to work.
Credit to Adam
Booth as well. Not only did you execute the game plan perfectly, but in a fight where the one punch power could land and end the fight, it did land, and it didn't even end the fight.
Yeah,
and it took you a little while to get the legs back underneath you, but it showed good heart, good boxing skill. So we want to apologise from the show and say, listen, congratulations to Josh Kelly, another British world champion.
The reason why I struggled to... Yeah, another British world champion. But no, the reason why I struggled to apologise is because it's not that I didn't want Kelly to win. I actually didn't care who won.
No, of course, but we both got it wrong. But the way that we were talking before was like... Josh Kelly's
I was wrong though. I was wrong.
But sometimes you're wrong. If you were wrong and you said, you know what, I think Teo's got a good chance of winning this. That's like a small wrong. We were very wrong. Like we said, Josh Kelly's got no chance.
Yeah, we got to eat credit for that.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I want to give him the apology and give him the credit that he deserves.
Credit 100%. I want it, when I'm saying apology, the reason why it's difficult, I just want him, if he ever does watch this.
Yeah.
There's no ill intent or I didn't look at you.
No, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like
we don't wish badly on anyone in the sport of boxing outside of Ryan Garcia.
Nah, this is another person, bro. And not that I wish badly, but I just want him out of the sport, bro.
Who?
Conor Benn, bro. I need that guy out of the sport, fam. This guy's just makes me sick.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Conor Benn because obviously as soon as you win a world title, the next conversation is what's next for this fighter? And when we say what's next for Josh Kelly, there's lots and lots of fights out there for him. Some people are saying Conor Benn, which does kind of makes sense. And it was really, really embarrassing, in my opinion. I'm not saying that Conor Benn himself was embarrassing. I'm sure Shane is going to say that he was. But
what are we talking about now? We're talking about Josh Kelly, we're talking about Conor Benn. Are you going to finish talking about Josh Kelly?
What's next for Josh Kelly?
Yeah, because this is one of my problems with Conor Benn. Is because somehow
he just inserts himself in every conversation.
He inserts himself with people that's actually doing stuff.
I agree.
Like Josh Kelly's doing stuff.
And that's exactly what I was about to say. Where it's really embarrassing, whether it's him or Turkey or whoever, because some of his defenders or man that are light skinned generally are going to come to his defense. But when I saw that shot, the camera shot of Usyk, Canelo, Beterbiev, Bivol, Golovkin, all in the ring, and Conor Benn. Like,
and Ring Magazine captioned it on Instagram as legends.
What the hell? But before they captured it, before that, we said it live.
Yeah, I know.
It's on the channel. We were live, and we said, what the fuck is Conor Benn doing here?
Facts.
And Conor Benn's a professional fighter. I respect him as a professional fighter. But the level
barely respect him as a professional fighter.
The level of fighter that's there to Conor Benn is not one level apart, not two. We're talking 4 or 5 levels apart. Multiple weight, unified or undisputed champions, and then a guy who's fought just about at British level. Just about at British level. What the hell is going on there?
Yeah, I have no idea.
People would laugh if it was all of them guys and Nick Ball. People would laugh.
Yeah.
But Nick Ball's a world champion.
Facts. That's what I'm saying with Josh Kelly. Like,
Josh Kelly's a world.
Here's the thing. I can say anything about Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly could call me a fascio. You want to know why? Because he beat Barkram. Barkram was a top 154. Do you know what I'm saying? Conor Benn can't say that because you ain't beat no one. But bringing it back to Josh Kelly, who's next for Josh Kelly? For me, it has to be Jerome Boots Ennis. That's for me.
But now we're in a position where we underestimated Josh Kelly before. Barkram's more one-dimensional. And actually, me and Shane had a big argument about this. We argued walking back to the car park from the Copper Box.
And no, Rance was on your side.
And Rance was on my side as well.
Was on your side as well.
Me and Rance are very rarely on the same side in boxing, but we were talking about, does Josh Kelly stand any chance? Now, Boots against Boots. Boots is a lot more versatile than Barkram. He will pose a totally different problem, and he'll trouble Kelly in different ways. Barkram, we're waiting for him to land the single. Boots is just better in pretty much so every department. Apart from, in my opinion, speed. You disagreed with this.
100%, bro. I feel like it was very similar to when people spoke about Ryan Garcia and speed. And I remember people saying, oh, Ryan Garcia's fast. And I'm like, no, he's got fast hands, but he's not fast. Being fast isn't just having fast hands. There's so much things that go into being fast. How good are you able to bring your hands from here to catch a shot? How good are you able to see a shot and slip a shot? How good are you able to then slip a shot and then counter? Like in boxing, not you, because you've actually boxed before. A lot of people see boxing as from point 1 to 2 or 1 to 2 to 3.
How you punch, yeah.
But they don't see that you got to go from 3 to 2 or 2 to 1 or 1 to 3. There's so many different transitions that you got to make, that you have to make. And I don't mean 1 to 1 2. I mean like you go from starting point to ending point. Yeah. Or from how do you transition through those gears? And being fast also means how fast you at transitioning through those gears. I think Josh Kelly has certain things that he does that are faster than Boots. But I don't think he's faster than Boots.
He's got faster hands than Boots.
I think he's got faster hands than Boots when throwing certain punches.
Yes, I think he's got a faster single. But I don't think that he's going to look to go in out combination Boots. Boots has faster combinations.
And he also has faster hands when he's bringing his hands back to his face.
Yeah.
Which Josh Kelly doesn't have faster hands. Because you don't do, I have to emphasize, you don't do this. But a lot of people, when they think about speed, I'm like, Ryan Garcia's fast hands. But how fast is his hands at bringing it back to his head? Because it wasn't faster than Rolly.
But this is the thing. This is why I say, like, I get specific with things. I'll say Ryan Garcia has a very fast left hook.
Facts.
Not necessarily he's got fast hands, but people with Ryan Garcia go by social media. He does the punch thing that Eubank's doing. It looks really impressive. But you'll notice that when Ryan Garcia's got his highlights of that, he's not in the gym with someone else. Yeah. We see Boots in the gym with Andy Cruz. We see Boots in the gym with other people, with, do you know what I mean? With all these different people. We see Ryan Garcia with Aiden Ross and content creators and streamers and whatever. So of course he looks fast. Of course he looks fast. If we take a Premier League player that's not that fast in football terms and he runs against us, he's going to look fucking rapid. But how fast are you against other professional football players?
Facts.
Being faster than us is irrelevant. But if you're Adam Booth, game plan wise, you can't necessarily circle the outside. You made the point, Boots has got better feet. You said faster feet. I'm not sure if he's got faster feet than Josh Kelly. Just because Josh Kelly uses his feet a lot more, Boots is a far better boxer. Doesn't need to get on his bike as much.
I feel like some people forget the fact that he was a good game plan, and it was a master game plan, and he maximized what he can do. But I do think people forget that. I heard people saying it was a defensive masterclass. You can't get dropped 2 or 3 times in a fight and it be a defensive masterclass.
Especially not on a night where we saw a defensive
masterclass. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, a defensive masterclass is what Shakur done. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when Devin ran, it's how many times since he's spoken Devin?
Yeah, it's only been about 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes.
So when Devin ran, it was negative. When William Skull ran, it was negative. None of them got dropped. But
it also wasn't considered a defensive masterclass.
Facts.
What made Shakur a defensive masterclass is, although Shakur is being defensive, he is actually stepping forwards.
I mean in terms of Josh Kelly.
No, I hear you. This is what I'm trying to say, though. Josh Kelly's people are saying it's a defensive masterclass, but he was fighting backwards.
And he still got dropped.
But he still got dropped, but also he's going backwards. A defensive masterclass, if I really rate my defensive skills against you, I think my defensive skills are way better than your offensive skills. I will come here, I'll be in this range and show you my defensive skills. I'm not going to say, my defensive skills are so good, you stand there while I go over here and then show you my defensive skills from over there.
I agree, but I just don't think a defensive masterclass can mean you get dropped.
I also just don't think that a defensive masterclass can mean that you're running. I don't think that can be a defensive masterclass. You can call it smart boxing. I'm not dissing Devin. I'm not dissing Skull. William Skull won that fight, by the way. But it's not a defensive masterclass. When I've seen fighters, Shakur, Floyd, at times Crawford, Sweet Pea, be defensive while being within range and win a fight within range using purely defensive skills. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the same as saying that a team's put on a defensive masterclass because they kept the ball with their back four and didn't attack. That's not the same as saying, here's the ball, take the ball and attack us. Yeah. Attack us all you want and you ain't scored like Arsenal did against Chelsea to get to the Carabao Cup final. We're going to discuss that later on in the show. Do you know what I'm saying? But take the ball. Every time we tackle them, we just kick the ball long. You can attack us all you want. That's a defensive masterclass. Take the ball. I ain't even got to hold the ball. Take it. You ain't scoring. That's a defensive masterclass to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily getting on your bike and running. It's smart boxing. You're allowed to do it. I'm not disrespecting it, but defensive masterclass to me, I'm going to rather watch.
I agree, but the premise of the point that I was making was, if you are going to fight negative, you shouldn't be getting dropped. That's the premise of my point.
But this is what I said before about British boxing, though. British boxing and British people, they're very, very strange. Lots of British people have this superiority complex where they think they're better than everyone. But at the same time, when their fighters go to fight or when their boxers go to box, they set the bar incredibly low. Mm-hmm. And so anything that you do is above the very low bar that we set for you.
I understand that, but I feel like in this situation, sometimes the accomplishment overshadows actually the performance. Mm-hmm. Because I think if that wasn't for a world title, that's not an acceptable performance. Do you know what I'm saying? If that wasn't for a world title and it wasn't against Barkram, that's not an acceptable performance. But because of the actual accomplishment, it's an acceptable performance.
I hear you. There's also an element, I want to be consistent. When people were disrespecting William Skull, I said, listen, Canelo's the champion. He's meant to go and cut off the ring and put it on this guy. Barkram's the champion. He's the boogeyman.
100,
He's the guy with the power.
100.
You know, in fact, after you dropped him, you know for certain that if you hit this guy, you can drop him. So now all you have to do is go and find him.
I personally, for me, I actually criticised Barkram.
Yeah.
That whole entire fight, I had more criticisms to Barkram than I had to anything.
We have to, because Barkram lost.
Obviously, you have high praise for Kelly, but for that exact
You think Barkram lost it more than Kelly won it? Is that what you're saying?
To a certain degree. I didn't say that much in the first 5 to 6 rounds, even though he was losing the fight. But I said it definitely after he hurt him. Because for me, now you've proven my point even more. You've hurt this dude, bro. Like, you've hurt this dude. So, but Josh Kelly had a good game plan. And I don't want to discredit him, but if you're telling me who I want to see Josh Kelly fight next, it's got to be Kelly versus Boots, bro.
Can Kelly win that fight?
No chance. No chance.
Is Boots...
No chance. There's no chance.
Is he now going to get criticised, potentially, if he wins this fight, for picking up a belt against what some people would see as a lesser champion than the boogeyman that was Barkram? Do you know what I mean?
But it's not his fault Barkram lost.
Of course. I hear you. But does it look... I hear you. But does it look away?
It shouldn't.
You don't think so?
It shouldn't. Because it only looks away if you parade this. Jaron Ennis's win, if he does beat Josh Kelly...
Because I didn't see Jaron Ennis coming up and trying to make fights with Barkram right away.
Yeah, you're right. But if Josh Kelly... If Jaron Ennis beats Josh Kelly, you have to use that to then propel yourself to get other fights. Fight Xander Zayas, fight Fondora, fight Virgil Ortiz. You have to use it to propel yourself and get other fights. That's what I would be looking at. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know. But for me...
Why are you not sure that's going to happen?
He might fight Virgil, but I think from a political standpoint, it'd be quite difficult.
Why?
Fondora being with PBC and Xander Zayas being with Top Rank, I don't know how easy it's going to be for Eddie to make those fights, especially when you're probably going to have to overpay.
Yeah.
You're going to have to overpay.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And what, Fondora's fighting Furman next.
Yeah.
I mean, that fight is going to have a certain level of commercial value to it. It's still Furman. You know, there's a chance Furman beats Fondora, and then that's even harder to me because Furman, bro, that's the hardest dude in the world to negotiate with. Isn't even want like 15, 20 million, bro.
Yeah, facts. Especially to fight someone that he probably feels like he's probably going to lose. Yeah, 100%. Lots of good fights out there for Josh Kelly. But yeah, hopefully he can...
He's a world champion. No one can take that away from him.
Yeah, no one can take it away from him. Do you know what I mean? And hopefully he can retain it, but we'll see. And hopefully that fight gets made, first of all, because we keep getting teased with big fights for Boots, and, you know, his fans keep having to sell me an old highlight reel, and I'm just not seeing it right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Talented, obviously, but again, same as I said about Shakur, we have to see it.
Of course. 100%. That's why Boots ain't in my pound for pound top 10.
Yeah, facts. We're going to move on to discuss more British boxing, Nick Ball, Chisora Wilder, all that kind of stuff. I wanted to do you want to get to, because we kind of moved on from the Shakur stuff, there was someone involved in the Shakur fight we were going to talk about.
No, we still talk about Shakur. Because I wanted to say pound, like, because...
Yeah, so Shakur's now made it into your pound for pound top 5.
Yeah.
What is your pound for pound top 5?
I can tell you my pound for pound top 10 because I done it today.
Okay, go on.
1.
I'm going to write this down because I need to visually see it. Go on.
1 is Usyk.
Mm-hmm.
2 is Bivol.
Mm-hmm.
3 is Inoue. 4 is Shakur. 5 is Bam. 6 is I think I put 6 Beterbiev. 7 Haney. 8 Benavidez. I can't remember. 9 Canelo, and 10 I was struggling.
Canelo's at 9.
You still can't distinguish. You still can't take away the fact that this guy's got a... Bro, his resume is ridiculous.
But resume is not pound for pound.
For me, if you're asking me who I think the best fighters in the world are, based on accomplishments and the level of like...
So not Crawford then?
Crawford's retired.
So Canelo's semi-retired.
No, but he's still fighting.
If you're going to start fighting fights like William Scarl and cashing out money, I don't know that I'm considering you still fighting. You're basically retired.
Can you? I can't name, and I was thinking about this. I can't
today.
Name 10, I can't name 10,
today.
I can't name 10 fighters that's better than Canelo.
Today.
By
today, when I say better than Canelo, not necessarily that they would beat Canelo. You're not having Nakatani over Canelo in pound for pound.
He hasn't done anything. He hasn't
pound for pound today, though. Today,
bro.
Right now,
for
this
me,
version of I'm saying that okay. If Crawford came back, could he win a world title at 168?
Yeah.
Could he win a world title at 154?
Yeah.
Can Canelo win at 160?
Yeah.
Can Canelo win world titles at any of those weights?
Yeah.
Which weights?
I think he could win it at 60 and 68.
He ain't making 60.
You're talking if he was to fight. You're talking about like...
But this is pound for pound. We're talking about Canelo today.
Bro, listen to what I'm saying. Boxing is very straightforward.
Okay.
The reason why I can't put Boots in
this nigga's got 0 fights, 0 fighters that he trains, 0 world champion sons, 0 resume. I'm talking about you. 0 boxing resume. But the thing is always here telling us that boxing's so simple and so easy.
It is simple and easy.
Okay.
What fighters? It's very straightforward. What fighters can you? You said Nakatani.
You do a podcast with a stupid logo.
Nakatani, facts. Nakatani hasn't fought at A level.
Maybe Nakatani's a bad example, but there are other fighters that.
Bro, I was thinking, bro. I was literally struggling.
We have thought Canelo is finished for several years.
Yes.
But how can he be finished and be in the top 10 pound for pound today? Right, Canelo can't even make 160 today. That's part of what makes you pound for pound. Canelo can't even make weight.
Bro, the reason for what makes
you see Canelo creeping around, around the ring like the burglars in Home Alone.
My definition of pound for pound is very straightforward.
What's the definition of pound for pound?
Who are the top 10 fighters in the world right now?
Are you based this on money or skill or based on what?
I'm basing it on accolades, resume, and skill level.
I don't think resume comes into somebody's pound for pound.
Has to.
My pound for pound list is not based on resume.
Has to.
It doesn't have to.
But bro, how are you gonna know if someone's A level?
When Roy Jones was at heavyweight, was he in the pound for pound list?
100%. Roy Jones.
When Roy Jones at heavy, when he was at heavyweight,
of course, bro.
He wasn't.
Bro, how can Roy
Jones is a pound for pound all time? Obviously, do you know what I mean? I think Roy Jones is the top 3 boxers that's ever lived. Genuinely, pound for pound, like he's insane. Yeah. But when I'm looking at pound for pound, I'm looking at if I scale you up or if I scale you down, are you still one of the top guys in those divisions?
The reason why you can't cool.
That's my definition of pound for pound.
Cool. That's cool. The reason why you can't use that is because the reason why you can't use that metric and ignore resume is because I have to be able to see how you perform at the top level.
I hear you.
If I've not seen you perform at the top level, then I can't put you there.
I hear you. That's fair enough. Then I might have Hamza Shiraz then.
Hamza hasn't fought at the top level.
He knocked out Belanga.
But Belanga's a C-level fighter. Belanga's a C-level fighter.
But Carlos Adames.
And he could have lost that fight. And Adames is a B-level fighter. I'm talking about A-level fight. This is why I don't like rec. I was having a debate. So that means if AJ was still active, he could potentially be in the top 10. No, because he hasn't fought any elite fighters, bro.
AJ's never fought any elite fighters.
No, he's never fought. He has. And he lost.
He fought Klitschko.
For me, Klitschko wasn't elite at the time.
What? See, now we're changing it because is it down to because in your definition, when AJ fought Klitschko himself could have been higher in the pound for pound list because of resume.
No, because Klitschko hadn't won or had beaten anyone for like 2.5 years, bro.
And Canelo ain't beaten anyone for 4 years.
No, he's not knocked anyone out for 4 years.
But he's not beat anyone that's A level for 4 years. What was his last elite win?
His last elite win.
Yeah,
Golovkin. That's his last.
How long ago was that? That's like 7 years ago.
I know. But you can't ignore the fact that he's actually fought at elite level.
7 years ago.
You know what? You know why this is so mad? Let me tell you why this is so mad for me, yeah? It's because for me, I can't give someone credit when I haven't seen it. So even if you want to remove Canelo, let's remove Canelo. I don't have no affinity to Canelo. Who do I then replace him with? Because for me, I'm like, I was having a debate with someone.
Tank?
No, because he's not beat no one at
there's going to be people that say
someone asked me.
Opetaia.
Nope. But Opetaia is close though. He's close.
Callum Smith.
No, he's not beat no A-level fighter neither.
He's not beat an elite fighter?
No.
He beat George Groves.
George Groves wasn't in the pound for pound top 10 or even pound for pound top 15.
He was an elite fighter though.
No, but elite fighters is pound for pound top 10. This is why. Let me finish my point.
Go.
The reason someone asked me why is Bivol ahead of Inoue? Because Bivol's fought 2 pound for pound fighters. He fought Beterbiev and he fought Canelo. Those guys were in the pound for pound rankings.
Where you and I agree is that someone's resume with regards to how much it's contributing to their pound for pound status can expire. Because you said it expired with Klitschko. It had expired. Now, where we disagree is whether or not Canelo's has expired, or we both agree that Canelo's expired, but there's just not someone there at the moment to take. So it could have expired.
Could have.
Okay.
Before that fight, I had Teo in that. Before that fight, I had Teo in there. Yep. I had Teo in my top 10 because I'm like, you can't ignore the fact that he beat Josh Taylor, he beat Lomachenko.
You don't have Boots in here.
Boots hasn't fought no one elite, bro.
Fair enough.
I'm very, very consistent, bro. It's clearly about who you beat and who's elite. Reason why I can put Usyk in there. Usyk's beat an elite fighter. He's beat. I could put Bam in there. Bam's beat Estrada. He was in the pound for pound. Shakur's beating a guy in the pound for pound. Devin's beating a guy in the pound for pound. Beterbiev's beating a guy in the pound for pound. Benavidez hasn't. But Benavidez has beaten multiple top fighters.
Yeah.
Just like Inoue.
He's beat A or B level fighters. He's beat the best fighters that were there at the time for him to fight. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So he's beaten multiple top level fighters. If you've beaten multiple top level fighters, you'll be in there. So there are certain fighters that I think are close to that. I think, like, if you think about Jai Opetaia is close to that. I think Navarrete is close to that. Obviously, we're going to be live for Navarrete, Sugar Nunes. Navarrete is close to that. I think there's certain fighters that are close to it. But unless you beat a top A-level fighter, which is what Shakur was trying to say. When I beat Teo, there is no excuse anymore. And this is what he needed. Teofimo Lopez was on everybody's pound-for-pound list before that. Maybe bottom half, but he had beaten top-level fighters. Now I beat him, I have to be in there. That's why Bivol, for me, if Bivol beats Benavidez, Bivol's resume...
Jump to number one.
No, maybe not, but Bivol's resume is better than Usyk's. If Bivol beats Benavidez, Bivol's resume is better than Usyk's. In my opinion. If he beats Benavidez, his resume is better than Usyk's.
I can see what you're saying.
Zerda Ramirez, Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez, Beterbiev. Bro, that's a stellar resume, bro.
Yeah.
That is a stellar resume.
Yeah. I hear you. Obviously, it's also that all of that's across one weight class.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? So that's where it's like pound for pound, we're seeing people moving through.
Not if you calculate the fact that Benavidez is a 68 champion. I hear what you're saying, though.
I'm talking about Bivol being able to. Do you know what I mean? When Canelo was at his prime, he's moving through weight classes, picking up belts. Mayweather
75 is harder.
75, it is 100%.
Because it's 25 pounds you got to jump.
Yeah, and there's 75 stacked as well. Do you know what I mean? So if you're pound for pound, if you're cleaning out divisions that are like 154 right now, it's a stacked division.
You got certain people
cleaning out 126 and cleaning out 154 are two totally different.
Yeah, facts.
Because 154 stacked.
154
so if
stacked.
you are the guy that's cleaned out 154 and someone else has cleaned out 126, I'm going to have the guy that cleaned out 154 ahead of you. So I understand what you're saying. When you put it like that, it makes boxing not look so great across the board.
No, but there's not enough A-level fighters to say that you've beaten A-level fighters.
Yeah, not enough people fight each other to become A-level fighters, though.
Exactly,
Do you
that's true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Because you got, Roach. What about Roach? Is like he's on the edge.
If Roach had beaten Pitbull Cruz and Roach had beaten Tank and he's got the wins for those, I would have tangible evidence to say he's in the pound for pound top.
That's what I'm saying. He's right. He
would have been there.
Because in my opinion, he beat Tank as well, but. Fair enough, I hear you. But yeah, Shakur has made it into pretty much everybody's top 5 pound for pound. It's still everybody against the Haneys. But one more person that it's everybody against right now is probably the worst dad in sports history.
I felt so sorry. Even the things I don't like Teo.
Exactly.
But I felt sorry for him, bro.
100%. I felt like a KKK member watching Roots. And, do you know what I'm saying? That's how I felt, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
I felt sorry for him.
I felt like I was watching Toby get his leg cut off.
Obviously, they say you reap what you sow in it. So obviously, there's a certain level of karma. But to be honest with you, he's a human being, bro. And boxing is a very lonely sport. When Shakur said, bro, he was in the infirmary or
he's in the dressing room with the doctors, yeah.
By himself. His dad's doing interviews, ridiculing him, saying that he didn't follow the game plan. To this day, I don't know what the game plan was. Man's telling him just hit him. What is this? But the reason why it's peak is because these are the same man. When Turkey sends him the check, you're gonna want your percentage, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But you left me.
Shakur made him apologize for slavery.
Facts. But I'm more talking about his dad.
I'll talk about his dad as well. Do you think? I know you're gonna say yes. Do you think his dad was drunk?
Yeah.
In the corner.
I think his dad was drunk his dad had to be drunk, bro.
But like, if he's drunk after the fight, before the fight, whatever. But in the corner, I felt like he was slurring his words, and I genuinely feel like he's drunk right there in the corner as we're watching him give these shitty instructions, saying, "Just hit him. Come on, use your power. Come on."
Where's the eye of the tiger?
Yeah, like
what kind of instructions is that?
Like, it's like, bro, this motherfucker's really drunk.
Yeah, he's actually drunk.
He's actually drunk. Like, we thought Tunde might have been drunk, but no, now I know Tunde was. So this guy's making Tunde look like such a great because this is terrible.
No, but bro, you have to. You know why it's so bad? This is Teofimo.
Tunde, that was banter, by the way.
This is Teofimo's biggest payday. 10 million. You got paid 10 million.
It's not about his biggest payday. This is his biggest night.
No, facts. But the reason I use payday as a because for me, I'm more looking at it like when with football, there's a level of professionalism, right? When you're getting paid a certain amount of money, you would think, alright, cool, you got to pull it together for one day. Bro.
But you know what it is? I think payday is if I'm talking about coaches, if I'm talking about managers, if I'm talking about cutmen, cornermen, there's people we have a transactional relationship.
Oh,
payday.
I hear you.
This is your son.
I hear you.
This isn't the worst coach. This isn't the worst manager. We expect coaches and managers and promoters to just deal with their fighters for money.
However,
this is your son.
Facts.
This is your son. You've got your son in a vulnerable position, getting the dog shit beat down his leg, and you're not helping him. You're not even there for him. There's no even after the fight. Even after the fight.
If you listen to the instructions, bro, he was almost demeaning him.
But not just that. In the interview afterwards, I can't remember if it was Boxing Kingdom, Boxing King Media, whatever. He said
it's so bad.
He's throwing him son under the bus.
Under the bus, bro.
He's saying.
We discussed the cop.
No. I saw Teo under the bus, and then I looked up and realized his dad's driving the bus. He threw him under the bus and ran it over him. He's saying he didn't follow my instructions. I didn't even recognize my son in there.
Yeah, that was disgusting, bro.
I was like, yo.
Like we obviously recently, and it's a bigger topic because recently we saw Brian Norman Jr. fire his dad. He fired his dad, and his dad saying he ain't even gonna deal with his son on a professional level. He's fired his dad. And for me, I'm not getting involved in that. But in this situation, bro, I forget boxing, bro. I can't even look at you the same, bro. I felt very similar, very, very similar to when I heard Stephen Fulton talk about his mum. You know when Fulton said that when his mum said...
Yeah, she's using you for money.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, for me, bro, this, as you said, forget what I was talking about. I was chatting shit about pay and all that.
Sports. You're talking about sports.
Bro,
you're talking about business.
This is your son. Bro. This is actually your son.
It's like, I always go back to it when Gabe Rosado, his dad, the coach had to say to him, yo, your son's going to die.
Facts, bro.
When Gabe Rosado fought Triple G. Gabe Rosado's dad was going to let his son die in the ring.
And you know why it's so peak?
And Gabe Rosado, and my dad used to coach me in boxing, Gabe Rosado, he would die to get his dad's approval.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
And you know why that's so crazy for me? You're a person who's you've had your dad in your life, and your dad had your dad in your life in regards to
bro.
sport
My dad,
well.
I used to go to the gym. Do you know what I'm saying? And I used to whoop man. But my dad would just be like, well, you made a mistake here, you made a mistake there. Do you know what I'm saying? I used to go play football and score a hat trick. And my dad would be like, but why'd you do that step over? You could just pass the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro.
You know, that's when you're winning. So you,
yeah.
You know why it's so peak?
I can't relate. I never lost to the box, so I can't relate. Let's get going.
Yeah. But you know when you look on the other side of the ring and you see Shakur with his grandfather, you see that environment, and then you're like, bro, can you imagine how?
Not just his grandfather though. You see Shakur surrounded by love.
Facts.
Because if Shakur had lost, Crawford would have hugged him.
Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? His granddad would have hugged him.
Facts.
Jay Prince probably would have hugged him.
Facts.
Shakur's surrounded by love. And that's why Shakur has the emotional capacity to say, even though you were racist to me, even though you were saying these horrible things to me, even though you tried to discredit me, I empathize with you. He can project that love because he also receives that love.
And that's why he projects hate. That's why Teo projects hate. And it's so funny you say that. Because when you hear Teo talk, there was an interview and you actually sent me the interview on Instagram where he's like, oh, them guys didn't want me around. Bro, he's talking from a place of pain, bro.
Yeah.
He's talking from a place of pain.
Yep.
And it's one thing being rejected in the boxing world, but being rejected in your own
You don't have a safe space to go home to.
Bro.
At least you can lose a fight and go home
I
to
feel
some
sorry
sort of
for
safe
the dude,
space.
bro, because it's the same... Remember,
I have a zero tolerance racism policy. I don't feel bad for it. But
remember, this is the same dude, though.
Maybe I grew up in pain too.
Remember his baby mother
I know.
left him
I know.
the day of the Lomachenko
He's
fight.
a leavable person.
Bro, this is peak, fam. This is so...
Your parents ain't supposed to
abandon.
Your parents ain't supposed to abandon you.
Yeah, fam.
You again, we expect this from Gyal. We all expect this from Gyal.
Yeah, fact.
Do you know what I'm saying? We expect this from our managers and our promoters. You don't expect it from your dad.
Your dad. The guy who brought you into the sport, fam. And he was partially responsible for that whack-ass game.
Because it's looking like it's looking like your dad brought you into the sport now as cattle. Do you know what I mean? You're not here. You're not on this journey together.
No.
Devin and Bill are on this journey
Facts.
together. Devin loses, Bill's there with him. We're on this. You and I, we're doing this as a team.
Facts.
Win, lose or draw. This is like your son. I'm using my son to get something.
Yeah, facts. You look at Nigel Benn and Connor, bro.
Yes.
Nigel Benn. I don't like Connor.
Yeah.
But Nigel's
on his team. He's on his team.
He ain't throwing his son down on no bus, bro. That's my son. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when Nigel Benn says my son's better than me, like for me,
we all know he's chatting shit.
For me, I'm not a father, bro. I'm not a father. But one of my greatest accomplishments here, if I was to be a father, is my son being better than me.
Yeah.
I created something better than me,
Yeah.
bro. How you throwing your son under the bus? You should be ashamed, bro. Honestly, I actually feel like I'm going to say something that might borderline get us cancelled, yeah? I actually feel like people like that deserve to, like...
Not have kids.
Not have kids, bro.
Yeah, facts.
I genuinely feel like people like that don't deserve to have children,
Facts.
bro. Because the fact that you made me feel sorry for Teo, that you must be a scum, bro. Bro, you are at the bottom of the barrel. And you know...
Teo's sitting... You can picture Teo sitting at home in his New York apartment. Nice apartment, nice alfalfa rug. Do you know what I'm saying? Looking at his check of $10 million in tears on his own.
Facts.
Now I can only empathize.
And his dad texts me, can I get my 10%?
Yeah. Not even that. Just a link. Just a Monzo link. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't really, you know what I mean? I can't really empathize with millionaires like that. I'm not in them kind of tax brackets, but it is crazy. It is this is poor. This is really poor.
Bro.
Do you know what I mean? If Teo continues fighting, this is the kind of thing that can stop a man from
Facts,
fighting.
Bro. Mentally it's hard, bro.
Yeah.
Mentally it's hard.
Yeah. But there you go, bro. There you go. Listen, we're going to be live on this Saturday. We're going to be live this Saturday for another British world champion. Nick Ball faces Brandon Figueroa. It's going to be scenes, absolute scenes, because that fight is in Liverpool.
Trust. Here's a question that I want people to answer. Who's going to be the one taking a step back in that fight? Because, bruv, that's two men that's going straight forward, going straight for the attack.
Nick Ball's height could cause Figueroa some problems.
That's what, bro, you know it's mad. I was talking to my boy Jeff, shout out Jeff, yeah? He was saying the same thing. He literally said, bro, I asked him, who's going to go back, Nick Ball or Figueroa? He's like, Figueroa's going back. I was like, why? Is it just gravity, bro?
He might not go back, but he's going to take some licks standing still. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, them body proportions, that Nick Ball is a difficult person to fight, bro.
Is he 5'2", innit?
I think he might be a bit taller than that. But
bro, check. I think he's like 5'2", bro.
No way is he that small.
He's taller than Tank, and Tank's 5'4".
He's shorter than Tank, you're saying?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm pretty sure he's like 5'2".
I thought he's like 5'4" or something. He's 5'2", you're right.
Yeah, he's smaller than a spliff.
He's tiny.
I know, girl bigger than that guy, bro.
I thought that, but I wasn't going to say that. But yeah, bro, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think, Brandon Figueroa is a good fighter as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's a good fighter.
He's a good fighter. Do you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily a great boxer, but he likes to fight.
We've only seen him lose to one person, and that's Fulton. Yeah. And I think stylistically, that was just wrong for him. Obviously, he had the Timbs on that day. But obviously, stylistically, that was just a wrong style fight for him, because in the pocket, Fulton is just too crafty.
Yeah.
And a bit too quick and slick. Nick Ball ain't gonna be that.
That was a good Fulton. That was kind of prime Fulton as well. Do you know what I'm saying? When now, Figueroa might fight Fulton again, and that fight might look different right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Fulton's on I don't even know what he's on. You know what I mean?
Shaki beat the brakes off that dude, bro.
He did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Timberland stocks have dropped since that fight. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So yeah, we're going to be live for that fight. Hopefully Nick Ball comes through that fight.
If he does get that fight, I want to see him versus Inoue. I don't even want to see Inoue versus Nakatani. I know Rance does, but Nakatani gets cooked by Inoue, fam.
Yeah, Nakatani didn't look good in his last fight.
Yeah, fam. We were live for that, alive.
Yeah, we were live for that, yeah. You want to see Nick Ball versus Inoue? What about the weight?
It's one weight class above. And remember, Nick Ball's small. So it's not like Nick Ball's a big 26.
Yeah. You think Inoue takes that fight?
I think Inoue will take any fight. But if Nick Ball's able to establish himself as a name, you got to understand, Inoue is still relatively young, you know. Like 35, 34.
Inoue?
Yeah, how old is Inoue?
That's not young. I don't think that's young.
He's not old.
I think he's like 32, 33. He's 32.
Yeah, cool. He's 32. So he's still going to have at least 3 or 4 years left.
32's good age.
Yeah,
Do you know
and
what I'm saying?
he couldn't have like what? If he fought Nick Bull, that would still be a good name on his resume. Especially if Nick Bull's able to beat Figueroa. I think that'd be a good name on his resume, bro.
Yeah, I'm not against that. Push him even further up into the top pound for pound rankings for sure. Yeah.
Facts, bro. Nick Bull's a good enough name, and I feel like every great fighter needs a good Brit on their resume.
But I think Inoue also likes to go in with like, I think most boxers don't like going in with these like single one punch knockout guys. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's a lot to think about. You have to be really perfect.
But Inoue's a puncher as well, though.
He is, but Inoue likes that though. I think I think that Inoue would prefer to go in again for his style. He would rather go in and have a swingers than actually go in with someone that's like a super technician.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean,
that's what we've seen.
It didn't show in a Fulton fight.
We've seen people. Yeah, that's true. But we've seen people drop him, and then he goes through the gears, and then he gets his get back. Do you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think size will be that much of a factor against Bull, though. I don't think so, because Nick Bull doesn't use his size. He uses his height. Like he's one of those people that being short is actually a positive, because he gets really underneath and he cuts distance very, very well.
Yeah.
Because if you're punching down, you lose distance. If you're punching vertically,
but they're both going to come forwards, and Bull's a lot bigger than Inoue.
But we've seen Inoue fight off the back foot as well.
Yeah.
But I don't think that would probably be beneficial against Bull.
That's what I'm saying.
Because Bull's actually got quick feet.
Yeah, he's short, isn't he?
Yeah, like the fact that's what I was saying. Like just the low sense of gravity, he's gonna be able to get a lot of.
But like he's got to have quick feet. His legs ain't got to go nowhere. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's such a small little movement for him.
But I mean, there was things that Ford done against Bull that I think Inoue would be able to replicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Ford was able to walk and ball onto some big punches, especially near the back end of that fight. Like the cleaner work all came from Ford. I just think Ford just got overwhelmed with the messiness.
Yeah. Which
is funny because Figueroa is also a very messy fighter.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's gonna win the messiness battle. I think Bull will though. I think Bull will probably beat Figueroa, and that'll be another good win on Bull's resume.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Shout out to Bull. Sure. Probably for me, he's the best champion in the country. He's the best fighter in the country, Nick Bull.
He's the best of the world champions for sure.
Who would you?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think now. Is there anyone that's not getting title shots because of politics. Or weight or? Yeah.
Probably the best. I'll still probably put him the best.
Yeah, I'll probably make him the best fighter right now as well. And like I said, that fight's going to be in Liverpool. We know it's going to go off. We know how the Scousers are, and they back their own. And he deserves it. He's been on the road a couple of times, so it'd be good for him to have a good fight at home. So shout out to Nick Bull. We're going to be live for that fight as well, supporting the Brits as we I was going to say as we always do. We don't always do that, but as we sometimes do. On from very, very small men to very, very, very big men.
Trust me. Pause.
Shane is trying to convince me that Deontay Wilder is in fact back.
He was on a funny man thing in the press conference. You see when he put his nuts in Tyson Fury's head, the picture, and it was disgusting. It's on a funny man thing.
His testicles.
Like,
what do you mean his nuts?
Like, bro, there's a cut out picture of Tyson Fury, and he went up there and he just started shoving the head in it, like he was getting head from the. Bro, I'll send you the video. It's
don't send me the video. You described enough. That's fine. What platform is that on? Because I just watched him with Simon Jordan on talkSPORT, and he looked like he was going to cry when Simon Jordan
that's why
brought
he's
up Tyson
pissed
Fury.
off. Like, look at this guy, and he just started.
Was that on talkSPORT as well?
No, I don't even know what it was. I just saw it on Instagram.
So what makes you think that Wilder is back?
The way he's talking, bro. The way he's talking.
Let me tell you something about boxing. Talking is the easiest thing to do.
Not for unintelligent people.
Yeah, he's still doing. Did you not see the documentary? Did you not see that?
No.
He said, I know Tyson. He's convinced Tyson Fury cheated.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
and he said when the documentary comes, he couldn't say the word documentary. He kept butchering it, which I don't want to laugh at him because it's not fair and it's not nice. But equally, it's fucking funny. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't help it. Like it's not nice.
I saw when Bouncer was like, I have no fix.
That's different. That's different.
Hilarious.
But Bouncer does it on purpose.
No, I think he doesn't understand what that term is.
No, he's in jail. He knows what no fixed abode means. When he come home from jail, he had no fixed abode. He does it on purpose because he does it with bare stuff. Bouncers like made it like a thing.
That's a bone.
Yeah, I know.
Fix a bone.
I know. Do you know what I'm saying? And like he I can't think of another example, but in that same video, he done it like he does it with bare different stuff. He does it on purpose. 100%.
That makes it less valuable.
Yeah, I know. I think people that see the clips
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
the clips go viral because they're like, look how dumb this guy is. But I think that he actually bouncer knows what he's doing, 100%. Because I know when he come out of jail, he had no fixed abode, so he knows what that means. Do you mean that's what he's saying? He's like, I have no business in the UK. Like that was his. Anyway,
is that what they say when you come out of jail? You have no fixed abode.
If you have no fixed abode, so no fixed abode means I have no house.
I know what that means.
Yeah. So there's not necessarily no. Because
but why would that terminology be something?
Because you have to get bailed to a certain address.
Oh, seen.
So when you're on license, you have to be bailed to a certain address. But so it's going to be the house you're at before, your parents' house, huh?
I said, don't ask this nigga how he knows this.
Yo, we do, man. But obviously, if you were homeless before and you get bailed to like a hostel or something like that, you have to. It's because you have no fixed abode. If you've got a mum's house or a grandma's house, they'll bail you.
Yeah, I know what that means, but is that actually a terminology used in prison, in like the prison system?
When you're coming out of prison,
cool.
I'm saying it's used in probation when you're getting bailed out. Because you have to get bailed out. Obviously, you don't do all of your time for the most part. So normally when you come out, you're on license, so you have to get bailed to somewhere. But yeah, I don't know that the talking makes me know that Wilder is back.
Nah, it does, bro. Because it's
Why?
the way for me, bro.
What is he? Because you see Shane. Yeah, Shane loves Americans. He loves America. He loves America.
I love America.
He loves America.
I love American gal.
He loves American boxing. He likes American gal. Do you know what I'm saying? He'd be telling gal in South London he's actually American. His name's Dequan or something like that.
I'm Jamaican,
do you know what I'm saying? Would you tell them gal his name is Tremaine or something like that? So you're the resident.
That name's funny. That funny name funny for a reason.
You're the resident American whisperer. Do you know what I'm saying? You're the black American whisperer. So translate.
It's not about what he's saying. It's just Wilder. I've studied Wilder and the way Wilder was.
That must have been a very short course.
Nah, bro. I'm just listening to this dude naturally. When he fought Parker, when he fought Zhang, yeah, he was talking. Remember, his
head wasn't in it. His head wasn't in
facts.
it. If you want to tell me that his head wasn't in it, I agree with you.
And you could hear it.
I hear you. If you want to tell me that Dubois' head wasn't in it when he lost to Usyk, I hear you. If you want to tell me that, if you want to identify to me when somebody's head wasn't in it based on what they were saying, I agree with you and I hear you, and generally I can hear what you're hearing. But when you've taken those bad knockout losses, especially as a heavyweight, and he's a limited fighter anyway, when he starts talking big again, I don't necessarily know that means that he's back.
Physically, don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
But psychologically,
if AJ comes back to fight, if AJ comes back to fight, and he's talking mad crud like he was in 2050, I don't know that AJ is back.
No, but this is different. Psychologically, Wilder is back. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Psychologically, Wilder is back.
Back where?
He
had a fucking screw loose before.
He was back to who he was, at least during the Fury sagas. At least then. He's got that bit between his teeth where he's got that fire, bro. Trust me. I can hear it.
I don't know how much he was muted in Saudi, partly because of the personal issues he was going through. But also I wonder how much traveling to Saudi means that, especially for like some black American fighters like Wilder, you have to be a little bit within yourself as well. You can't talk quite as crazy as you would normally talk. I don't know how much that has an impact. Now he's going to be fighting in London and he's the B-side. Mm-hmm. Is that not crazy? Like an ex-world champion is the B. I guess we see this a lot.
It's
but
Chisora though, isn't it? It's Chisora's 50th fight, but it's both of their 50th fight.
Yeah,
it's quite interesting.
But that's what I'm saying. But one's been a world champion, one's not. You're saying it's Chisora though, isn't it? As though Chisora's some A-side.
No, but Chisora is a big name.
Hey, and then the question mark for Chisora is, fighting wise, we know what Chisora's going to do. Because Chisora does what he does. I have no doubt about that. So long as he trains in the gym, whether he trains in the gym or not, Chisora does what he does. If he doesn't train right, he can do that for 3 rounds. If he does train right, he can do it for maybe 9-10 rounds. But he's going to do what Chisora is going to do. The question is, like Dave Allen, can Chisora be the A-side? Because Chisora, similar to Dave Allen, they've built their careers on being the underdog. And they can perform when they're the underdog.
Was he not the A-side against... Was he not the A? Who did he just beat the other day? Who was his last win? Not Joe Joyce. Who was the fight he fought after Joe Joyce? We were live for that fight as well. Who did he beat? I'm pretty sure there was someone that he beat.
He's 42. Otto Wallin.
Yeah, he was the A-side in the Otto Wallin fight.
It's a very low level fight.
Otto Wallin's decent, bro.
Okay.
He's not a great fighter. He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. Okay.
For me, I think Chisora's gonna do what Chisora does. I think Wilder is the question mark's all about Wilder. Can Wilder land a big punch on Chisora? And if he does that write Chisora off? Because we've seen Chisora out cold.
We have. Thrown some peaches, though. The shots that have knocked him out have been peaches.
Yeah, trust me.
Do you know what I'm
that
saying?
That one that White hit him with, oh my.
He was winning that fight as well.
Yeah.
Well, it was a competitive fight,
Yeah,
but like
winning.
he was doing a lot better than we expected him to. And then that left hook, that was prime Dillian White.
Facts, that left hook
Do you know what I'm
was
saying?
sweet, bro.
That's when we want to see Dillian White fight Wilder, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know that the fight mechanics are still there.
You might be right, bro.
One thing we know about Chisora is how he recovers. We know that Chisora can get knocked out and come and bring it the next fight. We have yet, since seeing Wilder get walked down,
we haven't.
Since seeing Wilder get walked down and broke up by Tyson Fury, we've never, ever seen the same man back in the ring ever again.
Nothing I'm saying actually is tangible. Like, it's just a feeling. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a feeling. I don't want Wilder to win.
You want Chisora to win?
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't really care. But I just have a feeling that Wilder's going to just roll back the years, bro.
You've got a feeling for certain man. Fair enough.
Definitely not. Bro.
Where's this feeling coming from, though? Help
the
us.
way he's talking, bro.
But what about the way he's talking?
Bro, he just sounds like he's got that fire back, bro. He just sounds like he's got that fire back.
Because he sounds a bit special to me. Like, I can never discern.
No, but I don't mean,
fire.
I'm not talking about what he's saying. I'm talking about how he's talking. I don't even listen to people's words. It's the triggers and the language. It's what triggers them to say certain stuff.
Speaking of triggers, the way he's getting triggered when I hear about Tyson Fury makes me feel like he might not be back.
No, that's exactly why
that's giving you confidence he's going to win the fight.
When he was in Saudi, man was hugging Fury and shaking his hand and shit. I don't want to see that. I want to see that fire, bro.
I think that he's back because he's not going through the stress. He may be back to his best in terms of selling a fight. That's not the same as being back to your best in terms of doing the fight.
Potentially.
That's my issue.
Bro, if you look at...
He also might... Saudi crowds are quite placid. He might come out to a rain of boos. Which
and he might be able to use that to his strength.
Almost certainly not. He's not that kind of character. Almost certainly not. Chisora's a crowd favourite. Do you know what I'm saying? Chisora might get a crowd cheering for him more than AJ because he's just a crowd. But AJ's a polarizing character. Tyson Fury's a polarizing character. Most British boxing fans love Derek. Win, lose or draw, they love Derek.
No, but Wilder's different. The reason I'm saying Wilder's different is because when Wilder fought, if you look at Wilder versus Fury 3, he lost the fight, yeah? But if you look at the fight itself, look at the actual fight itself, Fury was dropped twice in the fight. You could see that because of the whole conspiracy and all of that, he used that to fuel him. Do you know what I'm saying?
In the second fight or the third?
The third fight, where the second fight he just got run over. But when there was the whole speculation of whether he was cheating or whatever, he used that.
Do you feel like he has to believe that to get the best out of himself?
100.
Do you mean he can't just believe I got beat
I think people need coping mechanisms,
Yeah.
bro. I think you need a coping mechanism. In this sport, bro, you need a reason for why you lost. The thing is, you can't see yourself as human because you're doing an inhumane sport. If you see yourself as mortal, and that's why so many fighters fall off grace. You look at Errol Spence, bro. When you build yourself up here and then you lose, the guy in the mirror you don't recognize anymore.
Especially when you lose like Errol Spence lost.
Facts. But he doesn't have nothing to hang on. He doesn't have nothing to hang on. He don't have nothing to say, well, Crawford cheated or anything. Deontay Wilder's chatting all this shit, bro. But you need something to make you feel like, yeah, no, I'm still that dude. It might be fictitious. In this case, it's definitely fictitious. But you can still use that, bro. It's delusion.
The thing is, if the prime Wilder hits Chisora gets knocked out. But I just don't think the mechanics are there. I don't think the setup is there.
You're probably right, bro.
His balance is very bad. There's a world where he swings. If he swings and misses, Derek can counterpunch. If he swings and misses, Derek can hit him on the counter. He's never been roughed up physically like Derek's going to rough him up. Never in his life.
Now, Fury roughed that dude up, bro.
In which fight? The second one?
The second fight,
Maybe in the
bro.
second
Fury
fight. Maybe in the
roughed
second
that
fight.
dude up,
Maybe
bro.
in the second fight. In the second fight, that's true. But Chisora's going to do that all over again. Because Chisora's an ugly fighter.
Facts.
Chisora's a man that's lost 13 times in his professional career. He's just going to grab you and dash win. Do you know what I'm saying?
Chisora's a throwback fight. You know them back in the days, you had like man like Ezard Charles and them, man, they just fighting 100. Like, boy, he's one of them dudes.
Yeah.
I think Chisora, you know Chisora, I literally deeped it the other day. Chisora's been fighting from, bro, like, what, 15, 20 years, bro?
Yep.
And he's
19 years.
and he's still fighting at the top level.
His pro debut was in February of 2007.
19 years, and he's still fighting at the top level.
Yep.
When I mean why I say he's still fighting at the top level, if he beats Wilder, you could make a.
The Otto Wallin fight was an IBF World Heavyweight title final eliminator.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he beats Wilder, you can't be upset at the fact of Wardley versus Chisora.
But that's what I'm trying to say. That could have happened even before this fight. Because the last one is a world title final eliminator. So he could be fighting for a world title this fight. It's just he's going for the money, obviously. But yeah, he's been he's been top level. You know what I'm saying? He's been
levels, to fight at this top level for 20 years, to be at the top in any sport, to be at the top level for 20 years is ridiculous.
Yep.
To be at the top level in boxing, what fighter is still boxing now at the top level? In fact, that actually is a question.
From 2007.
What fighter turned pro in 2007 and is still fighting at the top level now? Because remember, those days were fighting. That's for flipping when... Who turned pro in 2007? Like Andre Ward and them man there. Yeah. That's that
era. Yeah.
That's Andre Ward's era and all of that.
Yeah.
Bro, that's time, bro.
Yeah. When was Triple G's pro debut?
Yeah, that's a good question. Probably slightly after. Maybe
2006.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So 1 year before that, Triple G made his pro debut, and he's been long retired.
Long retired.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, Derek is a proper throwback fighter. It's gonna be fireworks for sure. We're definitely not seeing the final bell.
Yeah, definitely. You see two tired men in the ring, just tired.
But Derek can fight tired.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Derek, I don't know if Derek can knock Wilder out when he's tired.
I think he can.
I mean, Wilder looked shot in his last fight, bro.
I think he can.
Effed him up, bro.
Listen, if Wilder needs to go home, and the way he's talking to us on camera and talking to Simon Jordan, he needs to look at his hamstrings and talk to his hamstrings like that, because his legs are gone. He didn't have great legs before, but his legs are gone.
Bro,
almost completely gone.
Zhang beat him up, bro.
Zhang had him discombobulated in the middle of the ring.
Talking to the ref.
You're talking to the ref. Do you know what I mean? Wilder was out there with no fix the bone. Do you know what I'm saying? He was, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's that one. One of the last cooking sessions to move on before we get to the football stuff. Put a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel, by the way. Lots more content coming for you. Somebody that acts like they want to be higher in the pound for pound list, but they're not moving like they want to be higher in the pound for pound list. Oh my
days, bro.
They ain't moving. Fam. You know, this guy, he's got us talking about him at least, because we never used to talk about this guy on the show. But now we're making shorts about him every week because
bro, I can't even call him. I can't even say that.
Nah.
This racially ambiguous individual, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I like Jai Opetaia, bro. I like Jai Opetaia. I genuinely like Jai Opetaia. But bro, I said this the other day, yeah. And let me land the analogy without interrupting, please. You see, if you're with a gal, yeah, you and your girlfriend are together, and your girlfriend says to you, "Oh, let's try for a baby," yeah, and vocally we're telling everybody we're trying for a baby, but when you go home at night ready to slap it up, she's telling you to put on contraception. Your actions aren't displaying what your words are. Every single time I speak to a Jai Opetaia fan, they keep telling me, yeah, but he's calling out this guy. He's calling out that guy. Your words do not demonstrate that you want these big fights. Let me explain why. You left Eddie because you said he in an interview this week. You left Eddie because he couldn't pull through the big fights for you. Cool, I agree with that. To then fight Brandon Glanton or whatever this dude is. And guess what it was? We thought he was in a unification against McCarlin. Very, 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 very easily cherry picked, but it's cool. At least it's a unification. The justification for this Brandon Glanton fight is that Jai Opetaia needs a tune-up before he goes into unification. And the unification ain't even with Zerdo. Oh my, do you know how bad that is? How do you need a tune-up to fight McCallion, bro? You fought the other day. How do you need a tune-up for unification? Someone explain that to me. Explain that to me. Nick, I'm wanting you to explain. Explain to me how Jai Opetaia's next fight is Brandon Glanton.
Brandon Glanton.
He fought Chris Billam-Smith, I know.
Brandon
I
Glanton.
watched that fight as well.
Brandon Glanton has 3 losses on his record. And the best, highest level of those 3 losses is Chris Billam-Smith.
Yeah, I know.
That's how, I don't want to say bad, but that's how bad this is.
Facts.
There was a time when Badu Jack was seen as one of the easiest world champions because of age. Badu Jack was a good fighter at his time. 42 world champion. There was a time that he was seen as one of the easiest world champions to take a belt off of.
To the point where Canelo wanted to fight him.
No, to the point where Jake Paul was linked
facts.
to taking a fight with him. Jake Paul was going to take his belt. Yeah? And you're right, Canelo was going to go all the way up to cruiserweight to go and collect that belt. You've allowed McCarlian to come and take the belt off him.
Yeah.
You've allowed Zerdo to come up from 168 and take the other 2 belts.
You know Benavidez is fighting Zerdo. I don't understand how you need a tune-up to fight McCallion, bro.
You shouldn't need a tune-up.
Because when you signed to Zafar, everybody, even in the comment section of our last criticism of this dude, well, he's fighting in a unification. Well, what are you saying now, mate? What are you saying now? What are you saying now? Yeah. You should be fighting the unification. Even though the unification is low level, I give you a pass, bro. I give you a pass.
A world title unification is a world title unification.
Facts. But bro, I refuse to listen to Jai Opetaia's words, bro. He ain't the biggest fraud in boxing, but he's on fraud watch. He's on fraud watch.
I think anybody that signs with Zuffa Boxing is going to be on fraud watch, to be honest with you. Depending on who else they've got and all the rest of it. You were a free agent. The reason he was a fraud watch to me, you were a free agent. Do you know what I'm saying? This is like, to use your analogy and continue that, this isn't a gal not coming to see you because she's got plans. This is a gal not coming to see you when she ain't got no plans. She's not doing nothing. She's just at home chilling. Do you know what I'm saying? This is one step further. This is a gal saying she can't see you tonight because she's busy, but she went out to see a next man instead who's in your ends. Do you know what I'm saying? So she left her ends to come to your ends.
But not to see you.
But not to see you. So when you were a free agent, could you have signed
with Golden Boy?
Who have the next top two cruiserweights. Yes, you could have. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So what are you talking about?
Facts.
You couldn't sign a 2 or 3 fight deal with Golden Boy?
100.
Do you know what I mean? And then you couldn't fight. If you go and sign a 3 fight deal with Golden Boy and you fight Zerdo and you beat Zerdo and maybe there's a rematch and you win the rematch, then maybe you fight a defense against a Benavidez or someone like that. Maybe someone else is coming up at that time. Then you're a free agent again, but you're a bigger star in America. Now you can go and make big money defending or unifying with McCarlian or Badu Jack or whoever else.
And here's the part that I don't understand. Do you need to sign to Zuffa Boxing to get McCallian to fight? Who's this dude? I know who he is. I've actually seen him fight live, funny enough. I saw him fight live. Somehow I found it on my phone on an undercard. I was at a Bradis undercard and he was on the undercard of a Bradis fight. But who would, like, genuinely, who would leave their promotional company to sign with Zuffa Boxing
Is Zuffa Boxing on his own?
No, it's Paramount.
And he left his own for Paramount?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I'm saying that Paramount's not known for boxing.
But also, you can't tell me that you want unifications and you want the big fights at the weight class when Zerdo and Benavidez are both fighting on the Golden Boy. Do you know these men don't do business with Dana, bro? They don't do business with Dana. That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to stop listening to your words, bro.
You didn't even go there you didn't even try and negotiate for a 1 fight.
Literally.
A 1 fight deal, make your own promotional company. Do you know what I'm saying? Take a little piece of that, do you know what I'm saying? Take a little piece of the pie, whatever.
Man's first fight is against Brandon Glanton, fam. That is terrible, bro. His last 5 fights are abysmal, you know? His last 5 fights are abysmal, bro.
Bro, at the end of the day, this is like if Boots were to beat Fundora, let's say. So Eddie would have Boots, who was a world champion, and Josh Kelly, who's a world champion. And then someone else at 154 says, I'm chasing these fights. I want to fight Boots and I want to fight Josh Kelly. And then they sign with Top Rank. But then you don't want to fight Boots and Josh Kelly then.
Facts.
Because fighting Boots and Josh Kelly is very simple.
Literally,
you just sign with Eddie.
Hearn.
Do you mean? Where else do we hear this? Where else do we hear this? Do you know what I'm saying? The man I want to fight is downstairs. So I go into my lobby, I go to the lift, and I take the lift upstairs. That don't look like your man that wants to fight.
literally.
You've gone in the wrong direction.
Stop talking. That's what I'm saying. These Jai Opetaia fans need to stop listening to him talk, bro. Look at his actions. I don't really care what he says. He's calling out all of these men, but your actions don't mean that, bro.
No,
your actions don't show me that. How do you need a tune-up to fight McCallion, bro? You can't have confidence in yourself. You should be fighting this guy on 5 days' notice, bro. No. Punch man up, bro. That's what I'm talking about, bro. I don't understand this. Come on, man. You've been in this weight class for years. For years, bro.
McCallion should never even had the belt.
Trust me.
You should have never even let him get that far.
And now we're not even fighting him. We're not even fighting him, bro. Your fans are using this.
If something happened where Joe Opetaia got stripped, whether it was something with substances, whether it was a car accident, whether if something happened, a long layoff, an injury, if something happened where Joe Opetaia got stripped, yeah, he'd never see that belt again.
Why do you say that?
Because he won't go and fight for the belt. He won't chase nothing down. Do you know what I'm saying? If he got stripped and there was a vacant belt and they went to someone that's I don't know, Zerdo got it, Benavidez got it, something like that, he's never getting that belt back.
Facts.
Because you're not putting yourself in position to get these fights.
Facts, bro.
Sometimes I feel bad for fighters. There's politics, and the door closes, and you get frozen out. And this is you've chosen to freeze yourself out.
Because forget Zerdo and Benavidez.
Who's McCallion signed to?
Zuffa. That's what I'm telling you, bro.
So you two together went and signed with Zuffa. The two of you together conspired to go and sign with Zuffa.
But not fight each other.
But not fight each other.
That doesn't make no sense.
That's what you lot chose to do.
That's what I'm telling you.
This is what you lot chose to do. This is what you lot chose to do.
Lopez situation.
This is what you lot chose to do.
But McCallion's different. Because he's been in the game, no promote. McCallion's
he's a mercenary. He's a mercenary. Yeah,
I understand that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know for a fact McCallion ain't looking for no tune-up. He's looking for whatever's the biggest pay.
It's on the belt. Yeah, it's on eBay. The belt's on eBay right now. Yeah, highest bidder. It's on eBay.
Literally.
Yeah, 100%.
Literally, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. If I was Golden Boy and I was playing chess, I know he's thinking about Cinco de Mayo, big fight, Benavidez, Zerdo, big fight. I get that. But if I was Golden Boy, I would have tried to get McCallion quick and frozen this dude out. Yeah. That's the worst thing. Golden Boy ain't even tried to freeze this dude out, bro. No. Because if that was the case, I would have got Value Jack signed over to Golden Boy. I would have given him 2 cream puffs. Third fight Zerdo.
100%.
Cream puffs. But bro, like that's how I know, bro.
I don't care.
I've seen Al Heyman really freeze out Terence Crawford. Yeah. I've seen that. I've literally seen that. They ain't done that to Jai Opetaia, bro.
No.
They have not done that to Jai Opetaia. But Baddy Jack could fight anyone. He could literally fight anyone.
He's going to fight Jake Paul. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, this is terrible, bro. This is terrible. Terrible. Bro, terrible.
This is what I'm saying, bro. This guy's just not operating the way that...
These fans think he's operating, bro. Yeah. You should stop listening to this dude talk. Watch what this guy does, bro. His actions are clearly showing you that he's not about that, bro. His actions are showing you, bro.
I hope that you just don't run into a banana skin, bro.
Who? Against Glanton?
No, not against Glanton, but just in general. Who
manages Glanton? Eubanks,
that
big black brother, Napa.
Yeah.
He manages Glanton, you know?
Yeah. That sounds familiar, actually. I remember that from last time.
Yeah, because we were live for the Bill and Smith Glanton fight.
Horrible fight. But yeah, I mean, you got to be, if you are fighting Brandon Glanton, you got to be winning by murder. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
on a Wilder thing.
No, but bro, you've got to be winning by far.
Facts.
You got to be winning clearly. This guy lost a majority decision to a guy that had 3 fights, and that guy's that was in 2023, and that guy's only had 1 fight since. Honestly, this is the guy that Brandon Glanton lost to, bro. This random Russian brother who back in 2022 that was his 4th fight, and he's only had 1 fight since, and that was a no contest.
Why is it a no contest?
Failed doping test.
6 years suspension. He must have been on everything. He must have been a Povetkin pack.
Yeah, 100, bro. It's Russian, isn't it? Them Russians. Do you know what I mean? But bro, this brother has only ever fought low-level opposition in Russia, and then randomly got flown to Dubai to fight Brandon Glanton.
Yeah.
That's a pure cherry pick. And then Brandon Glanton lost.
Bro, Brandon Glanton lost to Bill Smith. Like, bro.
Bill Smith was a world champion.
Bro, I'm talking about Jai Opetaia.
This guy, but I'm saying Brandon Glanton lost to a guy who's barely a pro boxer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like a 3-0 amp, like a
Who did Brandon Glanton fight in his last fight? Because I'm pretty sure
Marcus
we were like,
Brown.
oh yeah, I remember watching that fight as
Yeah.
well. We were what was that?
That was the
Africa card, didn't it?
yeah, that was the
I remember that. Yeah.
Dan Aziz.
Yeah,
Craig Richards.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that still. 'Cause I remember watching that fight.
Yeah, no, Opetaia is not being serious. He's not being serious. Do you know what I mean? The reality is, you didn't even have the commercial value. This kind of thing works when you're Canelo. And Canelo's going to go and fight Skull, right? But on the prime Canelo, right? Canelo's going to go fight Skull. And on the other channel, you've got someone else fighting over there. Do you know what I'm saying? Cool, that might work. Do you know what I mean? You've got Callum Smith fighting someone over there, whatever. But you're not even that level of commercial value. If you versus McCarleon's on TV, and in the same night, Zerdo and Benavidez, it's not even close.
Not even close.
Them man are all the way up here in terms of commercial value.
Facts.
All the way up here. You're way down here.
And it's so peak because whoever wins that fight, bro, they don't levels. They actually don't need you.
No.
If you actually deep it, they actually don't need Jai Opetaia.
No.
Because they're both like multiple weight world champions. And unified world champion now. Like, bro, the commercial value will be mad.
Yep.
To win on Cinco de Mayo against another Mexican.
Yep.
Bro, that's nuts, bro.
Yep.
They don't need you.
No.
Especially when you're fighting Glanton.
Nope.
Bro, this is bad, bro.
On Paramount for Zuffer Boxing. Who's going to be on the undercard?
I don't even know.
Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, the whole show, these men can go and put on a full, top quality Golden Boy show on Cinco de Mayo.
Facts, bro.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you lot have got a new promotional deal with a new company, a new broadcaster. There's no heritage there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit shouldn't matter, but I'm just saying, in terms of the overall product, when Golden Boy put on a show on Cinco de Mayo weekend, we know what they're about to do. Do you know what I'm saying? We know the undercard's going to be good.
The
product itself is going to be so far superior.
You don't even need to sell it.
You don't even need to sell it.
Facts.
You're the one that's got to be making concessions to go and get these belts.
Trust me, that's the word. You have to make concessions to go and get these belts. You got to make concessions
to go get these belts. And you're sitting there telling Simon Jordan, I'll fight for free and all this kind of stuff. So what are you signing for Supper Boxing for? Literally. Was that for free, was it? Was that for free? I've never known the Saudis do anything for free.
Trust me.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? But like the video, subscribe to the channel. Now we got to talk a bit of football, man. We got to talk about
football. Of course, bro.
Because
obviously, 3 wins in a row and that.
For who? For you lot?
Yeah. I'm beaten in 6, you know.
We ain't talking about you lot.
I'm beaten in 6 and that.
Obviously, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? These man, did you see the game?
They man got flipping.
Them man were defending.
JLS. That guy from JLS.
That's why they got Aston and that, bro. Oh, bro. Bro, did you see the game?
No, I didn't.
Them man were defending. We're up 3-2 from the first leg. They have to get a goal. Donny started with 5 at the back.
Yeah, I know. But I understand that, though.
Why?
You can't really go, unless you're United, you can't really go toe-to-toe with Arsenal.
You don't really go toe-to-toe, I wouldn't say.
I'm joking, but I'm only saying that. But, like, Arsenal will just pick them off. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
but I think there's a better chance of going and being aggressive and trying to get a goal.
For me, you might as well win it.
A back 5.
Losing by 1 goal is the same as losing by 5.
You're a new manager. The best case scenario, we do best case scenario, second case scenario, third case scenario. Best case scenario, you win. Worst case scenario, you lose, but you get the fans on side, you give them an entertaining day out, etc., etc., etc. You got the fans turned on you already because you went to your rivals and played a 5 at the back.
You know the maddest thing is
you're losing 1-0.
I wanted you lot to win, you know.
You're losing 1. It don't matter what you won because we're winning regardless. And then, did you see the score?
1-0.
We didn't even.
Bro, it was 97th minute or
we
something.
didn't even try and score. We scored by accident. Not literally, but like, we didn't attack. We were chilling. We just sat there and said, have the ball, you can attack who you want. And do you know who scored?
Havertz.
Man like Kai Havertz, bro. Man like King Kai Havertz.
Your best striker.
Probably our best striker. It's between him and Jesus for sure, because it ain't Gyökeres, blood. That's for damn
sure.
That
sounds similar to what I was saying at the start of the season.
Damn sure,
and you were telling me he was getting 15 goals. That's
no, I said his target was. I said all I want is between 10 and 15 goals.
How much is that now?
It's not about 9. I think he's on 6 in the Prem and 2 or 3 in the Champions League.
You got a few goals in the Champs still.
Yeah, so I think he's on about 9. He'll hit between 10 and 15 goals.
About 10 to 15
but
goals.
The 10 and 15, the highlight reel will not be watched by anyone. Like, it's not going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the truth is, I'll be honest in it, like, it is going to be so mad. Because if we be real, and all jokes aside, Arsenal can legitimately win 3 trophies this year.
I think that Arsenal are on for a treble.
But Gyökeres could have an all-time shit season, and it will look on paper as he was a difference maker.
But that will just go to show. That will go to show how much like when we look at like United people gas up like Wes Brown and John O'Shea and somebody's like, you can be a shit player.
Yeah, fact.
Or not shit, but like, you can be an average player in a very good team. No, but it will
look like, last season you didn't win nothing. This season I've come 3 trophies straight, like he done.
Oh, for sure, yeah. For sure. 100%. I genuinely think we could be on for a treble. And we may end up playing City 4 times. Mm-hmm. We're going to play them in the Carabao Cup. We still have to play them in the league. We may come across them in the Champions League. And there's a little bit of a chance that 2 rounds from now we come across them in the FA Cup. So it could be Arsenal City for everything. I
don't think will come up against them in the Champions League. Yeah. But you will come up against them in the FA Cup. Because for some reason, City always get some easy run to the FA Cup.
For some reason.
Yeah. Obviously, charges and that.
Yeah.
They got more charges than Diddy.
They might got more charges than Tank. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, bro. They better the Tank Davis and fucking boxing, blood.
Oh, my days.
Do you know what I mean? Bro, if Man City can have a missus, it'd be peak for us.
Bro, it'll be so peak. It'll be so peak.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm still waiting for what happened. I will definitely take them trophies as well, by the way.
Yeah,
but I would have taken them before. But if we win trophies this season...
We would get one as well.
Yeah, you get one as well. I think you get one, we get 2, and Liverpool get one.
Get one.
So, do you know what I mean? Because people would laugh and be like, oh, you got Mayo, you're paper champions.
Yeah,
but if we actually win trophies this season, no one can chat to us.
Yeah, fact.
No one can chat to us. If we would have treble FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and the Prem, and get mailed a couple trophies as well, I'll take all of that, bro.
And we get FA Cup as well. But I hear you. They need to give up all of that.
Give up all of that. Yeah, facts. I'll take a rug.
Yeah, trust me.
I'll take a rug. I'll take anything, bro.
You think you're not going to win a treble though? Honestly,
I think a double is definitely on. I think we have
rival fans are struggling. You know, rival Arsenal fans are looking to emigrate.
We have such a good record at Wembley. We actually have a good, Arteta's been shit in cups since he's arrived. That's been the biggest weakness.
In FA Cup.
No, in all cups.
But in FA Cup, he, in the Wembley.
The last time we played, the man is saying this, Ahmad Diallo and that on the chat was saying that.
He even won, what's it called?
Community Shield. Yeah, we don't lose. Bro, we don't really lose at Wembley, bro. If we can't get to Wembley, but if we do get to Wembley,
You're going Wembley for what's it called? How important this is a question to you. How important is the Carabao Cup final?
Very important.
You think if you lose, there's a chance of implosion? Or no?
No.
So then why do you think it's that important?
To win a trophy.
You don't think there's going to be implosion, so there's not much risk.
We won't, to win a trophy. We haven't won a trophy for 6 years. To come out of this season with any trophy, any trophy, we'll get, let me put it like this. If we lose, we don't implode. But if we win, it does massively rocket boost us. Do you know what I'm saying? This team, look how much Arsenal fans love Saka. They've never seen this player lift a trophy.
Other than FA Cup.
Look how much, but he was still coming into the team. He wasn't a main guy at that time. Look how much this team loved Declan Rice. Only been there a couple of seasons. Imagine Declan Rice. The narrative, Gabriel came in and looked like a horror signing. He could go and lift the trophy. Do you know what I'm saying? What it would mean, even Gyökeres, like you said, who's not really been on form, what it means for him to come in, play shit, but 6 months in, lift a trophy. The lift that it could give that team would be next level.
I think, it's one of those ones where it's like, it could actually be so peak. I know, for me, I'll be honest, I don't want Arsenal to do what they're going to do. One benefit that's slightly helping me is the fact that United are actually playing good. You see, if you had one of them relegation seasons, it'd be so peak.
If Amram is still there.
Yeah, it'd be so peak. It'd be so peak. But there's a silver lining for us in it. But I just know, even though you not winning the treble will be mad. But I feel like if you don't win the Carabao Cup, bro, I can't see how you don't win the... I already said you're going to win the Prem. For me, I think prediction right now, I think you're going to win Carabao Cup and Prem. But I think the FA Cup and Champs, I think the Champs is going to be difficult because I've seen you lot's run. And you lot run isn't the hardest, but I think there's going to be certain games which might be a bit tricky as you go down.
We seem to just, at this so far in Europe, now obviously it don't matter because PSG won the Champions League last year and they finished 22nd in the league phase. But we've played with a different level of freedom in Europe. And that's not just Arsenal saying that. Anthony Gordon said the same thing. Why are you guys playing so well in the Champions League?
So is Spurs playing well in the champ for some reason?
Spurs.
Spurs played mad in the champs, bro.
Yep, Spurs playing really well in the champs as well. But yeah, like the European games are so open. And if we have players coming back, you know, we've been a little bit lucky we've been unlucky in past seasons with injuries, but right now we're seen quite lucky with, and I don't want to jinx it, but players come back at the right time. Jesus has come back at a good time. Havertz has come back at a good time. The centre-backs are back at a good time. We've got Mosquera and Capier playing well. Now Saka and Marino are out, but they will be coming back in about a month. Saka's coming back at the beginning of March.
I think Marino's not as big of a loss as...
I totally disagree.
No, wait, let me land. Marino's not as big of a loss as it would have been in previous seasons. Because you lot got that squad depth. You lot brought in Zubimendi, you lot brought in, you had Declan Rice. And I feel like you have more squad depth than you had last season.
It just means we don't have tactical depth, though. Do you know what I mean? Because Marino is like a Swiss Army knife for football. Do you know what I'm saying? He just allows you to do so many different things because although he's not a specialist, you know what they say about jack of all trades and all that, but he is a proper jack of all trades. He's just like, there's a bit of this and a bit of that. Do you know what I'm saying? And he can just be so effective, and he just allows us to... The amount of players that we could take off in 70 minutes to give them a rest and bring Marino on is ridiculous. Like, we could play him so many positions and take off a player. So that is a bit frustrating. But I think even, again, Saka coming back, not necessarily for a Carabao Cup final, but Saka coming back and having like a 15-20 minute run...
Do you think if you lose...
And then the next game being Carabao Cup final will be a massive boost.
Do you think if you lose Carabao Cup, though, it's one of those ones where your players will start questioning themselves?
I don't think so. Because what I've seen with this team is they do look at different tournaments different. I've seen us play shit on the weekend, or I've seen us grind out a draw on the weekend against the team and slap Inter Milan and then slap Bayern, and we haven't looked like that. I think there is a difference.
Different, but I think for the FA Cup it isn't. Like, I'll give you an example.
League Cup or FA Cup?
No, if you lose the League Cup, I think your mindset towards the FA Cup changes. If you win the FA Cup, I think your mindset
in a positive way.
Depends on the result. I think if you win the League Cup, you don't take the FA Cup as serious because you know you got the league and champs.
I'm not sure.
You got league and champs. If you lose the Carabao Cup, you now take the FA Cup extra serious.
I think Arteta's a fucking crackhead, bruv. And trophies will be like crack.
Bro, last season he gave up the FA Cup quick.
Arteta, I don't think he gave it up. He's been shit in cups. He's always been shit in cups. I don't think he's ever given it up. He's just not good in cups. We got knocked out by Sporting when I was in Dubai of Expressions a couple of years ago. We've been knocked out by fucking all types of teams. Like, he's not been...
by a flipping dead Amarim last year.
Yeah, 100%. This is what I'm saying. Like, he's not been good in cups. I'm telling you, bro, the nitty in Arteta, if he gets his hand on the trophy, the one negative about Arteta is he will want to win all 4 trophies. He will want to win all 4 trophies. Bro, like 100%.
If Arsenal won the quadruple, bro,
I don't think we'll win the quad. I just can't see it. I can see a domestic treble. If we were, I'm not saying we win the quad. I don't see it. But if we did,
I don't even know how life would be. I don't know how life would be, bro. Bro, to be an invincible team and have the quadruple. That Ty video will go viral.
Huh?
That Ty video will go viral.
Oh, bro, yeah. Ty will be president of Nigeria.
Bro, Ty would... You couldn't chat to Ty again, you know? You couldn't chat to... Bro,
of course.
You couldn't chat...
You can't chat to any of us again.
Honest.
Yeah, 100%.
You couldn't chat to that guy. This guy's still talking about Invincibles now.
Who would be the top 3 most insufferable Arsenal fans if they won the quad? Who would be the...
I know, or just in general?
In general.
Ty number 1. Ty number 1, fam.
Yeah.
Ty number 1,
I think he'd deserve it.
Bro, he would
deserve it.
Quadruple. He done a video a few years ago saying we're gonna win the quadruple.
He would deserve it.
Nah, bro. Ty number 1.
Ty would be number 1.
Ty would be number 1. I think you, because I'm
I was gonna say I might be up there.
You will be up there.
I'll be up there.
You will be up there in a dumb way because you will just bring anything that we're not even talking about football, and you just bring it. Oh yeah, but we're on quadruple on it, so it's calm. Like, man will be talking about dining. Like, what restaurant you got? Like, this restaurant said we're on the quadruple. It's calm. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Like that. This guy will just be dumb. Like, just say dumb shit. I'm trying to think anybody else who would be insufferable, bro. He would be insufferable.
Egal. Do you know
I don't
Egal?
even know him.
Egal will be insufferable
I
in the
don't
best
even
way
know.
though. In the best way,
I
because
don't know.
Egal, like, he's an Arteta guy. Like, he's like a. This was all part of the plan. This was always part of the plan. To do you know what I mean? Like, he's
I
one of
know who
them.
would be insufferable for you though.
Who?
Lee Gunner.
Nah, he'll be negative.
That's why he'll piss you off. He'll piss you off because he'll be negative, and that'll piss you off. Oh, you won a quadruple, lucky because everybody else was shit.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, yes.
Because to be honest with you, there is merit to that, but it doesn't matter.
Not in a quadruple. You can make all of Europe is shit. All of European football is shit. All of European football is shit.
I think this is. I'll be honest.
If you want to make the argument in the league, we can have that conversation.
Alright, cool. This is arguably one of the shittest Real Madrid sides we've seen in years. This is arguably one of the shittest Barcelona sides we've seen. Maybe not the shittest.
Shittest Barcelona side.
Not the shittest, but it's not as good as prime Barcelona. Like,
Nothing's as good as prime Barcelona, so that's pointless.
alright, cool. Bayern is up there. Bayern is still Bayern.
Slap them 3-1. Bayern's doing their thing. Yep. Inter Milan is up there.
Yeah, Inter Milan's probably
Slap
better.
them both
But they went Champions League final last season.
Exactly.
They've been good.
So that's a team that's consistently
That's
good.
what I'm saying. They've been good last couple.
Man
of
can't
seasons.
make these arguments.
But bro, you have to look at it.
You
Like
could
this.
ma- like I
you
said,
know,
you
you have
could-
to look at it like this.
Okay,
bro.
go on. Here we go.
A team that's currently 15th finished in the top 6 in the Champions League.
I think that is a mark of how good and how strong the Premier League is. Genuinely.
When the Premier League's so shit.
But I don't think it's shit. That's my point. It's not entertaining, but I think...
You don't think it's shit? So you
No.
Think, so who in the Premier League right now is a really good team? Who's
Arsenal.
a good team? Oh yeah, who else? If it's not shit, then
Man City's a good team. They're not at their level, but they are a good team.
I think. But where did they finish in the champs? I think they got to go through the playoffs, bro. So that's not.
No,
a
they're not in the
reflection.
playoffs.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah, 'cause I was- they were the bot- they were eighth, they were eighth. I was watching it to make sure.
Because what's it called? Done them a favor.
Benfica.
Yeah.
So no. I think that it depends on what you're saying. The Premier League is not as entertaining as it was before, but we all grew up, broadly speaking, if you're in your late 20s, early 30s, we grew up in what is broadly considered to be the best era of Premier, the best and most of football, period, but specifically of the Premier League and English football, right? So we growing up in a very spoiled era of football. We may well. We may
Italian
if we
era
win the
football,
league, if we
greatest
win the
Spanish
league,
era.
if we win the league, we might win the league with more points than some legendary teams. But we don't look back at those legendary teams. Some of those good. We don't look back at those teams and say they're shit. The reason I don't think the Premier League is shit and it's not as entertaining. People were only basing the Premier League. It's like boxing fans only basing boxing on how entertaining the heavyweight champion is. The heavyweight champion doesn't determine the rest of boxing. It does from a commercial perspective, but not from anything else. So hear what I'm saying.
The top and the bottom isn't as big.
If the gap between the top and the bottom isn't as big, it is by definition more competitive.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't like. You as a Man United fan don't feel confident going in to play basically anyone, despite beating the teams that are going to finish the top 2. You still don't feel, because the quality of the other teams is better. You're not going to say Michael Carrick's playing shit or he's shit. He's got a 100% record, but you still feel nervous going to play whoever next. We might drop points this weekend. We're playing Sunderland. Sunderland are coming in and going top 4.
They drop points against you earlier.
We dropped points against them earlier in the season. Yeah, 100%. And this is what I'm saying. It's a competitive league. We've got more managers. We've got more managers that are touted by top clubs than ever before. In the golden years, we had managers like Ian Holloway was in the Premier League. Sam Allardyce in the Premier League.
Alan Pardew,
that's the one I was thinking of. Mick McCarthy. When were top clubs ever looking at these guys? Now, top clubs are looking at Areola from Bournemouth. Top clubs are looking at Eddie Howe came from Bournemouth. Glasner's at Crystal Palace. Repeated Brighton managers Marco Silva at Fulham. So man can't say it's shit. There are way more good quality coaches than ever before. So the quality of the Premier League is up. Yes, it means that you're not going to see the top team like Man City go and get 100 points or 110 points, whatever it was. Not 110, but 100 points. You're not going to see that. But that's because the quality of the players around the league is better. Do you know what I mean? People don't like that.
There's not as much competition up the top, though. Because even Arsenal...
Yes and no. But when did people start saying the Premier League was shit?
For me?
No. When did people broadly, commonly start saying that? When did we start hearing that more often?
Probably from last season.
Okay, so in the time that Arsenal's been good, I'm not making this Arsenal.
No, but even when
just
Liverpool won the league, a lot of people were saying the Premier League was some farmers' league.
That was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saying, but that's still in the time that Arsenal's been good. Arsenal's been good, like top 2 for the last 3 seasons. Yeah.
People discredited Liverpool's win as well. So
I
it's
hate
not just your win that they
stop,
discredited as well.
stop. We haven't won it yet. What I'm saying is, just a couple of seasons before that, did Man City not have 100 points?
Yeah.
And did they not run away with it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but when Man City won it with 100 points, nobody heard that the league is crap. That's why I just asked you. When did people start saying it? You said they said it from last year. When City ran away with it.
I'll tell you why.
No, but just accept what I'm saying first. When City ran away with it and got over 100 points, because Liverpool last year didn't get 100 points. When City ran away with it and got 100 points, was anybody saying the league is shit? Just tell me
No.
that. Okay, thank you.
No, but that doesn't. What does that even mean? What does that even prove? That doesn't. The reason why
I'm just saying.
the reason why the league
people are
wasn't
picking and
shit there-
choosing.
The reason why the league wasn't shit there is
Okay.
because a team like Arsenal can drop points and go 3 games without a win or whatever it was, and the gap still be what it was, bro. That's crazy, bro. The gap you lot are still like what 6 points ahead.
Because the league is more competitive.
But the quality of the top teams are of a lower standard.
Not necessarily.
I agree. I would say
Not
so.
necessarily.
You're not doing
Not necessarily.
I think so.
Because the quality of the teams below us could get better.
What team could be top of the league and none of their strikers score a goal in 13 games? None of their attackers, none of their front four scored a goal in 13 games. What top team could do that?
We don't need our strikers to score
goals.
goals.
That's what I'm talking about,
need our
bro.
strikers to score
How could your attacker, none of your top front four have scored a goal in 13 games?
You're picking random metrics.
A metric of scoring goals. How is that?
We're at the top.
You win a game by scoring goals.
We're at the top though.
Because the quality of the league is shit.
No, not necessarily.
At the top level. The quality of the league at the top level is shit.
I don't think so. So this is what people are doing.
I think City's
This
shit.
is what people are
I
doing.
even said that.
You think City is shit?
Bro, I said this to you about a month ago.
You think Manchester City are shit?
Bro, I said to you this about a month.
You're going
Listen
mad.
to what I'm saying.
You're on mind
I said to you about a month ago, Arsenal will not win the league. City will lose a game and then Arsenal become confirmed champions. Because City are just not they're not good, bro. If you when I mean good, every football team's relatively good. But I'm talking about like Premier League winning standard, they're shit, bro. They're shit in comparison to a Premier League winning standard. Where
are you getting this standard from?
The standards that's been set. I guarantee you.
So you're
second.
Yeah.
They will finish second with less points than any team that's finished second in the last 5 years. I'll bet anybody.
Because the last 5 years they've had record high points.
No, any team that finished second. So they'll finish. Okay,
we'll check that. We'll check that.
And you had last season, the season before that, the season before that.
We'll check that.
I'll bet you any money.
We'll check that. We'll see.
I'll even bet someone right now. I was gonna bet my cousin. You didn't want to bet. I'll bet you from now to the end of the season, United pick up more points than City. I'll bet anybody. Have you been watching City, bro?
Yeah, they're shit,
fam.
They're not shit.
They are shit.
Shit is still too
bro.
Shit is still too strong. But when I'm talking about, but what people are doing is if Arsenal win the league this year, people are looking at City that you think are shit and then saying the league is shit. Man City isn't the league. The league overall is not shit.
The fact that we have no competition for Arsenal at the top level.
We do have competition.
Who?
City.
Bro,
the gap's only 6 points.
Who was Liverpool's competition last season?
Nobody.
So, but look, Arsenal are better than Liverpool. City. Arsenal are better than City. Arsenal last season are better than City this season. I don't care what nobody
Arsenal
says.
last season, probably, yeah.
Probably.
They got Haaland though. They got Haaland. That's what I'm saying,
bro. If that alright, cool. If you want to say that, then they had Haaland the season before that.
They did. They've won most of the seasons. They've won a treble. They've won every of the years since Haaland signed. He's won the league every year bar one.
I'm just saying, innit? Like there is no way.
I don't think that you should just look at the quality of the. That's like saying 154 is a shit division. Josh Kelly's world champion. 154 is shit.
Top
at the top, he's the world champion. He's the world champion. He is the top level.
Yeah.
So at the top level, 154 is shit.
But I can't say that.
That's what I agree with you. Because we can clearly see that there's other people in the division. The division as a whole is a good division. Even if the guy that's at the top isn't the best, and he's not as good as the guy, Josh Kelly's not as good as Inoue, but 154 is still a better division. Do you know what I mean? It's more stacked. There's more people that can beat each other in that division. There's more
I'm
big
not
fights
trying
to see.
discredit Arsenal, yeah? Because
I was discrediting the league.
I was discrediting Liverpool last season as well. When I said when Arsenal didn't put up hardly any resistance, it's the same thing I'm seeing with City. City's not putting up much resistance. When Ole Gunnar Solskjaer finished second, you think I'm going to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer credit for that? Bro, there was no resistance for City to win the league, bro. It's just that.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm just saying, I'm talking about the league generally. I think the quality of all teams is up.
Yeah, I agree.
The quality, I mean, we're back in the day when Man United were winning league titles regularly, when they were playing Bolton and Wigan and Sunderland.
Facts.
If they ever dropped points, it was a fucking national scandal. They'd slap these teams every week.
Facts.
That's not how football is now. Managers are far better, far smarter, and the reality is, some of you man that don't support big six clubs would happily see your teams get slapped about just to see exciting football.
I don't want to see exciting football. I want to see competitive football. That's what I want to see, bro. This season, the Premier League's looking like a farmers' league, bro.
I don't know. It's competitive, bro. Bro, it's close. Carrick's come in for 3 games and you man are pushing for top 4. Man would not predicting you man were going to finish top 4 before. A couple months ago, people were talking about Chelsea being in the title race. Now Chelsea might not even make top 6.
Bro, the team that's going to win the league hasn't even tried.
But again, you're talking about that's one team. That's not the quality of the league. We're talking about the league. The quality of the league is not down to the quality of one team.
Is the champion representative of the league?
Not necessarily. Okay. I don't think so. I don't think the champion is representative of the division in boxing.
I think that's very, very different because there's multiple champions. But I hear what you're saying.
I don't think that the champion is champion. I don't think that that's.
If there was an undisputed champion, he's representative of the division, in my opinion.
I would say that's fair.
And if you lot win, you lot be a quadruple. If you don't win a quadruple,
we ain't win the quadruple,
bro. Football will be our all-time low, bro. This Arsenal team was the first team to win a quadruple. This Arsenal team.
We're not winning the quadruple.
This Arsenal team.
To be fair, if we did, and I don't think that we will, but if we did, I reckon the Champions League numbers would look very different. The Prem numbers would look horrible. The Champions League numbers would look very different.
No, you lot done your thing in the.
That's what I'm saying. Like if we were to win the quadruple or even win both Prem and Champs, the Champions League team would be remembered very differently.
Of course.
To how the Prem team. Do you know what I mean? The Prem team is like, you scrapped your way.
They were doing this season's Premier Arsenal side versus the Man United side that won the
99 or the treble, or the 2008 treble.
2008, yeah, and they were saying what team's better. You lot had like 3 people that come into the team, 3 people, and I'm like, I hear that, and it's one of those ones where if Arsenal win the quadruple, the accomplishment is significantly bigger. But at the end of the day, bro, for me, you lot got a great.
The game's more about systems and less about individual talent. Fact. If we win a treble, just a treble, not even Champions League, domestic treble, that's better than the Invincible season. But individual talent wise, the players can't chat to them players. But it don't matter.
Nah, I just think the competition is lower.
I think the competition overall is higher. The competition across the league is higher.
That can win the league. The competition to win the league.
We keep talking about winning the league. That's not how we're doing competition. The competition across the whole division is higher. We have to. This ain't boxing where I can just choose to play the top 5. I have to play everybody. And if you play everybody, you're taking less points.
Okay. Why is it this season? And potentially last season, the last 2 seasons, we've just seen one team just run away with it.
I don't know.
But the 3 seasons of City were going back to back with Liverpool, and they went back to back with
maybe their checks bounced. I don't know. But we've also seen Newcastle winning trophies, Crystal Palace winning trophies. When we were younger, we were not seeing these men win trophies.
I agree.
We were not seeing it. Every year we turn up and Arsenal, United, or Chelsea's going to win a trophy.
Remember when you said, Arteta hasn't necessarily raised the ceiling, but he's raised the floor.
Yes.
I think Arsenal have not raised the ceiling. The Premier League floor has raised.
I agree.
So for me, I can't say that this Arsenal side is. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's just more condensed water, bro.
If we go through and look at every team that's won the league, especially Man United teams, going back to the 80s and the early 90s before the Prem, some of those teams are trash, but they don't matter, bro. They won the league.
I'm not taking it away from you.
You're trying to.
No, I'm not, bro. You don't win the quadruple. It's mad.
No, we're winning the treble. We're in the UCL next year.
You quadruple?
No, we're winning the treble.
You ain't winning the Champions League next season.
We'll win the Champions League.
You ain't winning the Champions League.
We'll
not when we're in it.
You got to get in it first.
I know.
You got to get in it first. What are you talking about? I got a man telling me I'm going to clean up all the gal in Dom Rep. You never got a passport. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it's like, bro. You're going to be getting into the country. You're trying to tell me about what you're going to do when you get over there. But anyway.
But we have to get in there, though.
OnlyFacts Sports podcast, episode 43 in the books. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel.
Class,
is it 120?
Nah, fam.
Where is it?
1 hour and 40. You, man.
Nah, but there's a lot to cut out in the beginning.
Maybe. But you, man, what we're going to start, you might have to do 2 shows a week. We might have to do 2 shows a week because these football segments are getting longer.
Yeah.
So we might just do a football show and a boxing show. But yeah, we'll
like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be live on Saturday night. Nick Ball, Figueroa, be there. We're live for the football as well. Arsenal playing again. So Arsenal Sunderland, Saturday, 3 o'clock. See you, man, there.